been a while, of course. Here we are. Guess what happened? Cam failure. Don't know where it started. Don't know what caused it. Don't care. We're fixing it. Sorry you didn't see the motor coming out. Lost in footage, of course. Just watch the other video where I put it in and reverse it. Yeah, nice clean engine to pull out. You always want to go backwards on your rebuilds like this. It's great. You can see down in here. I can see some scratched up. I mean, I didn't wipe it like you've seen pictures on the internet, horror stories. I got to it quick. I started seeing glitter. This, I'd say, that's probably normal ring wear. That doesn't bother me. It's probably just ring wear, but see the little tiny sparkles in there. That's about all I got. And that's come off the face of the cam. The face of the cam, you see scratches down in there. Face of the cam and the lifters. And I don't know if it was my fault or their fault. It's nobody's fault. But they sent me lifters that were for pre-68. I don't know. They changed them. But I got some Howard's lifters. Let's see if we can get these open. But anyhow, that is a pre-68, and this is the only one that lived, I guess. I mean, that's an alright pattern. But you can see the difference in them. That one's like that. And this Howard's is like that. Got different groove. Different two grooves. So I don't know if they had something to do with it, and somebody said that they're 10,000ths longer or shorter, and if they're 10,000ths shorter, I don't know if 10,000ths would make much difference on lash. I doubt it. But there they are. I think I went over this. I got a hood in the way. I took the hood off this time. Make things easier. I dinged it last time, but the hood ain't that great. It is, but it's rusty in spots. I never did fix it. Over here, there's some goofy going on with my body work. I'll have to fix all that. I could care less about the body work. But I got the hood in the way. There's a new old stock Crane Cam from the 80's. Get her cleaned up and get that put in there. Should be alright. And I got the driven break-in lube, the correct stuff, I hope. Engine assembly grease, driven. That hopefully, I put that Summit stuff on there before, green slimy stuff, and I don't know if that led to problems or not. I don't know why one lifter lived and none of the rest of them did. But that's where we're at. We're gonna get this on the engine stand, get all that off there, take the oil pan off, and see what I got. If the bearings are good, didn't gouge them up, I ain't replacing them. I got 30 miles on this engine, and it didn't cause any problems during break-in. It was about 25-30 miles later I started hearing tick 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 and started finding galled up lifters. But no more crying in the beer. Get her done. Engine stand time. Can't believe I'm doing this again, but here we are. Leave it there for now. Got some weight on it, shouldn't go anywhere. Alright, got her on the stand again. Sounds like a bad country song. It is. Gotta get all this stuff off. We'll take a look at the cam. Maybe we'll turn it over and do something more interesting first and look at the bearings. Just because I want to get this off. I got enough stuff on my garage floor. So we'll do that next. Alright, let's get everything off the front. Got my good old 68 volt. I think it's 12 in Chinese. Keep all these spacers. That one's on the motor mount. Find a different wrench for that. This should go pretty good. I didn't seal none of this because I figured I have a problem, and lo and behold, we got problems. I guess careful what you wish for. Nice little setup as far as I'm concerned. A couple different ways they can mount, but I like this one. Oop, better let Dum Dum in. Shot dog, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Set that down there in designated pile number 7. Come on, Bubba. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. You gonna help over here? Ugh. There we go. To the pile with you. This one's fun here to back out with the, either I'm going to twist that out of there or just kind of twist and pull. I think I'm going to try to get this out. I think for one, I think this turns out of here. I think I got lucky without smashing it. We'll see. We will see. Yep. Probably could go a little tighter when I put it back together, but I'll take the win. Those don't hardly ever come out. They get really rusted, and this one's fine. clean it up a little bit, but it's still intact. So I think they're supposed to take a wrench somewhere. I don't know. Oh, some sort of big screwdriver, but pile. 9/16. Pile. Alright. And like I said, this is going to come off easy because I didn't glue them on. This layout, is that the last one? I think it is. Alright. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, ripped it anyway. Oh well, even though I didn't glue it on. That's okay. When I get my new gasket set, that'll be in there. Pile. Doesn't matter, I guess. I guess Velcro kind of got their own little glue. Ain't too worried about taking this off yet. When I was doing the break-in, I left this loose and got tons of gas on the floor. I thought I was going to burn the place down. That'd be something. So make sure that's tight. Get it off there maybe. How about just the harmonic balancer ones? I think they needed a few more of these in here. Only 10. How I keep all these memorized is beyond me, but I guess they only go one way. We're going to throw them in a pile. That's the designated piles is how I keep things organized. I was going to try to reuse all these gaskets and just buy head gaskets, but head gaskets are 60 bucks. Guess I should have got that on top dead center, but all this is going to have to be redone. Well, let's see what the cam looks like. Or get the distributor pulled a 1/2 inch. Yeah, that'll work. Yoink. Pile for it too. It's not special. I shouldn't have did that. Against that chain. Nice. Oh well. Think about getting another one. Left the push rod for the fuel pump. I don't really want to mess with this right now, but vice grip size again it is. Still gas in it. This was the original cam to this motor. As far as that looks pretty good. I would say we don't have a problem with the bearings in there, the way it was running. But we do have a problem with all these scratched up, but not real bad. I can feel the zinc or the stuff I put on there, that slimy Lucas stuff. But I don't know. I guess it's a core now for a regrind. It is what it is. Let's check the cam bearings. As far as cam bearings go, we're keeping them. Alright, let's get the oil pump out and look at it. By what I'm seeing so far, probably should have just cleaned this up good while it was in the car and put the new can lifters in it. So I'm not seeing anything anywhere down in, and there's just nothing as far as glitter. What little bit I did have, I mean, I'm just not seeing nothing. The bearings anywhere. I think the oil pump took care of, or the oil filter, and stuff's just sitting up here, which isn't much. Just a little bit from the rings. Getting this, I mean, you can't even see it. I'm not even gonna bother showing it because you wouldn't be able to see it in the camera. But we'll give her a clean up. I don't know if I'm gonna pop the heads off it or not. There she comes. And you really can't see in it now, but I'm not even seeing one piece of glitter anywhere. Like I said, I think that all that stuff was sitting in the top. Well, if I wanted to make a big mess, we'd turn the engine upside down. So I'm going to wait for that a little bit. But alright, we got this far. I got the head off this side. You know, this is what it looks like. 20, 34, I can't remember, 40 miles on everything. I am seeing some real light vertical scratching. I've never had to reopen an engine. Looks like more of the same over here. Everything's looking pretty good. I don't know. Can still see my cross hatching. Got some light vertical scratching, but alright, I'm gonna get the oil pan off here. I've got most of the bolts out. Should come off pretty easy. You didn't glue it to it. And we'll take a look at what inside it. I got 2 bolts left. It's already loose. I can see that. Just drops. Better hang on to it. So I'll bend it. That's what happens when you don't glue it. Comes right off there. It wasn't leaking. Let's see. Oh, come on. fingers to work. Alright, come on. Come on, you fucker. There we go. Looks like the windage tray wanted to stay. But this is what it... I mean, you're seeing this for the first time too, so am I. I'll set this here for now. Drop that in there. I think that's all of them. Now let's take a look. I'll bring the camera over as soon as I get my hands wiped off. Doesn't look too bad. And I'm getting some grit in there, and the rest of that's just probably break-in, but I don't know where all that grit's coming from. We'll have to really look stuff over. It could have come off the cam or a lifter. But I got some bigger pieces in there. I don't think they're all steel, but I did see one little chunk. And all that. I don't know what that is. I'll wipe it off, get a better look, or get the magnet. Let's get a magnet. I don't know if I can find it. See if it picks that stuff up. Yeah, it's picking it up. Let's let that sit there like that. Get my hands cleaned off. I'm not seeing a lot. Let's see what this looks like. I do have some chunks in here, but I don't know where they come from. Could be anything. This motor sat around. I didn't have it boiled, but basically just some hair in there. We'll have to see what that is. Got one chunk, but I don't even know if it could be coming from anywhere. Like I said, it's breaking apart, so it might just be that red gasket. I don't know. I did see one chunk of steel. It was almost like it was a thread, maybe out of the oil pickup tube or something. Could have come from anywhere. I mean, that's just cylinder wall breaking in there on my hands. Rings. Ain't too bad, I guess. Not really getting any chunks. There's a few chunks, but I don't think it's from what I did. I think it was, well, it's what I didn't do. I didn't have this block boiled that sat around, and who knows. I guess when we turn it over, look at the mains and stuff, we'll see if there's any big scratches or chunks broken off anything. We'll see it then. Here, we're going to check out and see what's underneath the rod and main caps. I'm just going to pull a couple of these off to see. See what's going on. If I don't pull too much glitter out of them, I don't know if I'm taking these pistons and everything out. I don't think I'm gonna do all that. I think I'm gonna be fine if I just wash this thing down. I think most of it was in the oil pan and in the valley pan. Now that looks good to me. I'm not too worried about that. I will clean this out better because I am getting a little bit of grit, but I think it's off my hands from the damn orange soap, or the orange hand soap. I would assume they're all about the same. That almost makes me not want to even pull the main caps, because I don't think there's anything wrong under here. There's that one. Let's pull another one. Look at the side clearances and everything on them too. I think that's fine on the side to side. We don't want to pry on that. More of the same. Looks pretty good. Oops.
Looks good to me.
That's nothing I'm gonna worry about. This engine did go through a break-in, so I'm seeing zero glitter in here. So what do? Take her completely apart and clean it, put it back together with all the bearings.
I say go for it.
Yeah, we don't have any side wear that we shouldn't have, so that means they're in there correctly. Let's pull this one. 3/4. I do. Come out too bad. Alright. It's like more of the same. They're in pretty good shape. I don't think I'm going to balk at that. Like I said, it went through a break-in and everything. Looks good. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm not going to worry about this. thrust alone because I don't want to pull it out of there, and then I'll be loosening everything up. So we'll pull this one. Ooh, about dropped it. Don't want to do that. Same story. Everything looks good. Okay. I'm gonna take the pistons and everything out and clean this thing right. We're this far. Might as well. I'm not gonna get rings. There's 2 out. Right there. So let's take them out. Oh. I don't remember putting them on there that tight. We have the engine building elves coming after I was sleeping. I remember retorquing them. Hold it where it ain't hitting my crank. Ain't there yet. I don't have any ring ridge, so this is not going to be that bad. Here, we're starting to get her. Okay, we got her away from the crank. There's that one. Skirts still look good. Rings are spinning, oil rings spinning. As you can see, they're not even close to broken. I'm going to reuse the rings, clean this up. Yeah, feeling a little bit in there. But heck, these are 500-mile break-ins, so we're not even close to. Everything looks pretty good. Let's get the cap on there one at a time. Oh, sure we don't have any resistance. We'll just leave it there. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Oh, that don't matter. It looks pretty good. We're going to keep them on here just for. This one's fine. I didn't mar it up any. Put the cap on. Set it over here. The rings are all turning yet. That all seems to be good. What's the matter, Bubba? Huh? What's the matter? Alright. Well, this is boring for you, but probably boring for everybody. Let's loosen this one up. Well, we had one rod bearing I didn't like. It was scuffed up on this journal, but I'm not seeing anything that would make me think that the polish wasn't good. Got a dent there, but I think feel a little bit. We'll fix that. That ain't nothing. That was it out of all of them. You know, there's a dent there, but that's a dent. I fixed all that when I polished it. You know, I might have just did that, but I kind of almost fixed it with my fingernail. We'll look it all over and be real careful next time putting the pistons in. I gotta get used to that. I don't know if it's where is it? There, here, there. I don't know. All I know is I can't be doing it. That looks pretty good. Let's get the mains out of it. Getting ready to clean this up. Heck, it was cleaner when I took it out than when I put it in. I run detergent oil in it, which is probably its downfall, but it cleaned it up. So if you want to make a $300 mistake, just do what I did. This time we're going to make sure everything's okay. I got new cam, new bearings. Probably didn't need bearings by the looks of them, but I might as well. I'm in here. So I'm just spraying it with gas and then taking a bottle brush and cleaning everything up. It's starting to flash on me, so I might mix a little bit of oil in there towards the end, keep it from flashing. But I plan on having this built today. Shouldn't take that much. I gotta clean pistons up and crank and check the crank for any sharp spots in the crank, because I think I run into it with the threads putting my pistons in last time, but we'll address all that. So everything looks pretty clean. I mean, that's cleaner when I put them in. And you can see the bearings. Bearings are probably okay, but there was some debris that went through them, so we're gonna get them out of there. Same with all this. Gotta clean the top of the heads up, check the crank out. Here's my new stuff over here. New bearings right here. Got them from Summit. Here's it. Here's the other bearings, thrush bearing, all that good stuff. So there's a cam. I think I showed it. New old stock cam. Howard's lifters. Get this box out there without screwing them up. Oof. Move them up here. Those are crank bearings, 10 undersized. Here's the lifters from Howard's. Hopefully they work out. Cam over there, we have to clean it all up. That's a new old stock crane. I think I said that. It's just like an HP cam, so it ain't too crazy, which is good. Here's the original RV cam, which all this is in good shape. I just scored these, so it's a regrind, but the bearing surfaces are good. And that run, probably got an hour run time on that motor. Oh, this too, engine break-in. It's Lucas, but it should be all right. New gaskets, new head gaskets, all that's going in today. We'll show a little bit of it. You've seen a pile of stuff here. It's got to be cleaned up. That's got to be cleaned up. Timing chain and the inside of stuff, but like I said, everything look real clean. Like I said, if you're curious to what a hour looks like on a motor, you got to take back apart. Windage tray. I see a bunch of stuff in it. I did have a lot of weird debris that had to be down inside the engine somewhere. I'll show that in the oil pan. Had to be in the engine, in the orifices somewhere. I don't know. Probably, who knows. We're gonna hope here's the main bearing. Here's the bottom thrust bearing on the mains. I think all that was good. I got grooved, and it almost looks like the crank had a full grooved in it before, because you can kind of see where it left the groove pattern on both sides. But that's why I always check this stuff. Right there, I got a little, I don't know if that was from shipping or what, or it's just a bearing malfunction, but I'm just going to sand that up a little bit. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to try to be real careful about getting that out of there. Boy, that's pretty prevalent. think that's going to hurt anything. The crank's just going to smudge that down. And I got 3/500ths of clearance in this crank, at least I did last time, so got a lot of oil cushion in there, which is probably a good thing. Alright, one more bottom. I hope so. There it is. Alright, there's that, and we'll get a good coat of oil on them and get the crank set in. I'm wiping this down with my finger because my hands are pretty clean. I don't see any problems with it. And I can feel everything in there too. I feel a crumb or something in there, but put a little bit of oil in it. Just a nice clean oil. What's the matter? Ain't nothing for you to bark at? Thrust bearing, get the sides of it. Alright, get the crank cleaned off a little bit and we'll set her in there. Already kind of cleaned this up. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to screw them. I like starting a bolt and doing back, forth, back, forth. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, get all those in. It's just the same thing. Alright, I'm oiling all the threads. Put them in there. Get them all tightened down and torqued. And we'll be putting pistons in after I get them clean. Alright, we're going to give the all the top of these little wrapped and do 80 pounds again. Looks like it's turning in there pretty good, but I think that's better than the first time I run it. I'm going to watch this thing again. Keep it as flat as you can. $80 didn't move a bit. That one did a little. 80. That's why I did that. 80, just a little. That one didn't move. That one didn't move. That one ain't moving. That one a little bit. That one ain't moving. A little bit on that one. That one ain't moving. Good enough. Let's watch her spin. Okay, let's watch her spin. That's pretty good. I'm still hearing, I heard this the first time I did this engine. I hear just a little chink, and I think it's the thrust bearing.
I can hear it too.
Yeah, I heard it the first time. It only does it one way though. So, well,
There it is.
I even took the crank back out and looked for witness marks. I ain't doing it this time because I couldn't find nothing. Good enough. It'll self-clearance, Clarence. I don't know what that is, but I heard it the first time too.
Maybe just slapping the...
Who cares? That's end play in there. I can hear it. But that's minimum. I bet that's 5,000s. Just by looking at it. I used to be a machinist. I bet that's 5,000s. Good enough. Not going to be in a clutch car. Automatic will sit there and spin just fine. Alright, that's it. Next thing's going to be pistons. Well, should we get I might as well get the main bearing cap in it, I guess. Clean it up a bit. You don't need to see that. I'll show you when I get it cleaned up. Alright, gonna put the main bearing in, or main seal in. Make sure this is right first. And I'm gonna put a little dab of RTV black on this. I just kind of like this stuff. Hopefully that's not too much.
Is that like a silicone, basically?
Kinda. I don't offset these just because I've followed instruction from other builders that know more than me. They're supposed to crush, so I assume that's what these are a pain. They just kind of go in here, but it tells you, I've seen where people start them up, and when you push it in, kind of push it down with it. We're going to give it a try. Last time I did this, it didn't go too bad. One of these got a chunk of everything looks pretty good. I ain't changing the rings. They all turn, and make sure that the gaps in the oil rings are away, and make sure that the where they come together isn't cocked up on the other one. Put the bearing in. It's always tang to tang. Caps are numbered. This will just go in number 1 with getting sore. Already got a little bit of oil on the piston. That'll work. Put that on there so we don't scar up the crank. This is forward, number 1. Here's the cap. We'll get a bearing set in it. Use a little bit of PB blaster. This is where I get confused. I just slam that damn thing down in there. I think we're good. There's one. This can be a pain in the ass. Each one. I don't know if there's any other way to do it, but I'm not. I'm comfortable with it this way. So, hell's running out of this thing still. The engine. Okay, let's pull the little hosey hoses out. I think that helped immensely. Already got a bearing in the cap. Put a little bit of oil in it. There we go. You look down in here, tang to tang, tang, tang. Alright, there's the pistons. They're as easy as that. I'll get all those put in. Alright, it's in there. I don't know how much that footage you got, but SD card was full. Well, that's all the lifters. A little bit of oil. What the hell? I didn't treat the other side the same, but whatever. I'll probably just pour oil right down over everything, but I don't know. Just setting them in here and putting a little bit of oil on them, on the tips, just for shits and giggles. Get a little bit of chance. Turn it over. Paint up here for now. Alright, now the valve train already got one side in, but we'll just flip these in. Hopefully we can just do the old flipperoo trick here. Oop, I already screwed up. Why don't you tell me that, bub? Damn it.
What do you do?
Got a rocker arm
Oh,
down in there where it shouldn't be.
why'd you do that?
I don't know. There we go. Try this again. Where they need to be there. Alright, I'm gonna tighten them down pretty slow. Kind of looking at the gap, see how even I get and feeling for tension. That's about 30 pounds. Alright, did some things off camera. Fuck it. You guys seen all this shit go back on. I put this on. Made sure the cam was lubed up best I can. I mean, what the fuck? Got break-in oil in it, the best lube supposedly driven. It's a Molly lube on the cam. I stuffed it in between everything and on that. Everything's primed. So now we're gonna stick it in. That's what she said. Got my son and my grandson out here. He just got out of the Marine Corps, so he should at least be able to do this. So we're going to put this engine in. I'm just going to set the camera up at a far. We're going to get everything hooked up, fuck it, and put it in. Gotta jack the transmission up first.
No, he's all wrapped around the.
And then we got the shop dog out here causing problems.
Already.
All right.
Come on. Bye-bye.
Come on. Pick it up like this. Pretty square. Alright, let's get the flywheel on. Flex plate. We don't want to put that one on. That's for an externally balanced engine. This is a forged crank, internally balanced. So there's no notch. I don't know if these are any good or not, but they sure look better than the butterflies, which didn't consist of much. On these Mopars, they were pretty flimsy, but whatever. Externally balanced, internally balanced 440, and whatever the hell else, I don't know.
I would never drop this. Trust me. Set this up here.
We'll hold that.
Yeah. I just don't want to be in the way.
No, you're right.
I don't care.
This thing only goes one way. I already had the impression of the. Oops. That's too much. Loctite. Right there. Yeah, these are supposed to be torqued. I don't even know what it is, but I don't even really care. I know this will torque it far enough. Socket. The hell to go. Yeah. Nope. Found something else I'm supposed to have. And bounced in the eternity. Guess we don't need it.
910 years.
Alright, that's it.
You're gonna hit the. You're gonna hit everything.
I doubt it. We'll see, Bubba. that's got. What we're doing now is just trying to shoehorn this thing in here.
Yep, stop. You gotta go forward then.
All right. You get the picture what we're doing. This is
The rest of it,
Like, it was really right on that little bracket down there. Got to line up with that.
yeah, I can push the rest in. You're good there. I can line that fucker up.
yeah, you might be right. All right, Bub, you see anything hanging up back here? Everything out of the way. Here.
Is that good or?
Let me see. I don't know if we can see it down there. Well, let's drop her in. Got them out of the way, Bubba?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, if you want.
I think so. Looks like it.
Say if you want to come over here, Gabriel, and hold this. You can keep the engine kind of where it'll. Yeah, just kind of push it. Oop. I'll push it that way. I think we'll drop down on there. All right, we'll try it.
You got it out of line there.
Got the line on this one.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking like. This is the. All right, we'll try.
Let's see what happens. What's it look like on that end? What's it look like over there?
It's good. It's already.
good over there?
Yeah, it's good. You're getting it in there. You just gotta drop it more.
See what happens.
Well, that didn't go well.
That's all right. So you're in there.
On my end, she's lined up.
Say, how are you looking? You still lined up over there?
No.
I'm talking about Gabriel.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm still good.
All right. There it goes.
There it goes.
Done, I think. I think she's sitting in there. You keep a little bit of tension on it. There we go. It fell right back in there. I have a flashlight on here.
You did the red one, I thought. I don't know what you did with it.
Let's take a phone. Alright, look over here. We're in there. Transmission looks good. I'm not going to worry about that. This one's harder to see. I think we're in on this one. Looks like it. Let me look under here. Up here. You're alright, you can let go of that stuff, bub. That's way out of the way. Oh yeah, we're in. Alright. There's your phone.
Yep.
Alright, you might need some small adjustments. I think we gotta pull that side of the engine up, of course. We'll drop it in there and we'll just connect to this side and give her a tweak. We'll just pull this up. Piece of cake. So she's back in there, ready for another cam failure. Can't wait. All right, we gotta do the high fives. The engine's in. There's high five. High five. High five. Thank you. Thank you. But everything's in here. One good thing is I think everything's gonna be okay this time, I hope. I got it lubed up, and I bought some more just to hit it, just to be sure on all the bare surfaces. I'm paranoid, but one good thing is I can grab this lifter or this push rod and watch the lifter down there. It's spinning with it. So if that's indicative of, I think this one will do it with a little bit of pressure. I went through and checked a few of them. And that one will do it. So I think we're good. I'm going to get the intake and everything put on it. Probably do it off camera, and then we'll do a cam break in. Hopefully she lives. See you then. Alright, I splooged some of that black stuff down in there. I don't know what's going to bite me in the ass. You know, mixing the two probably be my luck. Oh, you can't mix them. So I'm just going to get it down in there for extra protection. Like I said, I'm paranoid, man. I don't want this to happen again. I can't afford it, for one. I don't know where people get their money, but I don't have enough to be doing this again. I mean, realistically what it was, I mean, I got, even rebuilding this engine the first time, I got about 600 bucks and everything. People spend thousands, but I don't have it. I don't have the only other thing to do after this is go roller, and that's a bunch of pain in the butt. Then you go into like Chevy stuff. You know, you gotta adjust push rods and rocker arms, and I don't want to do it. Flat tap it should be able to live. So let's try it. Like I said, I'm gonna do some of this off camera. It's just putting intake on. Valley pan goes on. I mean, I'm sure you guys seen it somewhere. I mean, I'm not gonna. The video is gonna be long enough. I mean, if you. If I don't have enough followers, but if somebody would like to see, you know, if I throw it out there and ask, I mean, I have 65 followers. I mean, if somebody wants to see it, I'd be more than glad to do it on something else. You know, I got a lot of work to do around here, and eventually I'm going to be putting an intake and gasket on this because it needs it. It's old. It's got some vacuum leaks, and I think that's one of the big deals. But I'm gonna quit jawing, get this put together, and then the next time you'll see me we'll be trying to break this engine in. Hopefully it goes good. See ya. Alright, I got the valley pan in. It's pretty self-explanatory, kind of sloppy here. Yeah, let's just take that and put it there. But anyhow, just small around it since it's reused. These just bolt down to hold it down, and then now the old intake plop. Guess we can show that. Plop. See you here? Plop, plop. Right, carburetor plop. Sorry, I'm sweating like a crackhead trying to count out change, but this is kind of stressful for me. Not all this, but just what's coming. Holly plop. Good little carb. Okay, I'm gonna get the low car set up back on it for the transmission, which I kind of like it. It's not low car, but I don't see any difference from what I've seen. It's heavy duty. It's not. This was just an Amazon thing, like low car, but a third of the price. So I'll take it at a third of the price. There we go. I don't think I can get to all these with a socket. Let's see if we can at least get to that one, get her snugged. Get the other one snugged. The other two. Hooked up here. I don't think I had it in, there's no way. I think I had it just like that. It shows where you can run this in for a stop. Unless I got her upside down. I don't think so. I see the witness mark on the, and that goes down here, so I go back in pictures, but I'll figure it out myself. Just tighten her up like that. Crisscross applesauce when you do them. I'm running out of card space, so that's kind of show this going together real quick. It just goes in here, and this runs your. No, don't do that. That's all gonna. Your Mopar needs this. Needs this to work. You basically just want it slack like that, and when you accelerate, well, you want the module on the transmission to work. So that's where it's set. It seems to be good. You can always fine tune them. Might be a little off because the stupid braid ain't going in there. And here's my throttle. I kind of got that together, and it's all right. I'll just put a little Carter pin in there. I don't know how this lasted. I don't know how I didn't lose it, but I didn't. Here it is. I might lose it now. Oop, pop. Here we go. And that all works. Throttle's hooked up. Go ahead and put the PVC in. There we go. PVC in. Might as well hook up the brake booster. Easy enough. Let's put on that barb. There we go. Well, that's it. That's it for fuel. I gotta tighten those other ones up real quick. Crisscross, but we're getting close. All I gotta do is run a fuel line. And that's it. Boy, it's getting close. I'm still sweating. I'll wipe my forehead off and compose myself and get her done. Next time you'll see it, we'll have the coil and everything on it. It's just bolting the coil on and plug wires. You guys can figure that out. I mean, I need a little bit of gas to prime the carburetor for this cam break in, and this is where I'm siphoning it from. I got a quarter tank in the car. So this is going to be my carburetor fuel. Let's get the siphoning. The trick is not to suck too hard. I'm going to use this to put gas in to prime the carburetor, but it's got to be empty first. Works good. You can get a little point there. Pour it right down the vent. Recycled. Gonna be unfiltered. Gotta try to get the carburetor as full as possible, start drawing gas from the tank, this thing can't stop. I at least want 5 minutes out of it, at least. I'd like to get 10. I'd like to just let it sit for 20, but who knows? Pour some down the vat. All right, nut cutting time. You want to get in the car, Bubba?
Yeah.
I'll get you in there and turn the key on. Don't start it.
Okay.
I just need you to have your foot on the brake just in case something goes goofy. Can you get in there?
Yep. I'm gonna roll down the window.
Yeah, you better. All right. And let's turn the key on.
Okay.
All right, and then when I start, make sure you got your foot on the brake.
It is.
I'm going to control this from out here and jump the starter.
Okay.
Hopefully it pops over. Key on.
Yeah.
Foot on the brake.
Yep.
I ended up being 180 off, I think. I'm gonna stick my finger down in here and see. Don't turn the key on, Bubba. Okay, if you heard that, that's going to be 1 wherever the rotor is. Let's put that back in there. Well, it looks like we're at 6. Let's see. If that's the case, we're 180 off. Oh, let's get that down there. I'll be bending that up. Dang it. Well, let's get that straighter. There, that's more like it. Yeah, that's probably 6. I don't have my phone on me. Anybody got a phone?
Yeah, I got one.
Look up the firing order for a 440 Dodge firing order. That looks like 6 though. I mean, it's directly across. I mean, it's 180 out.
Dodge Big Block.
Yep.
2468 1357.
Well, I need to see the distributor. Yep, there's 1. Here's 6, about 180 off, as you can see that. 1 would be here, so I'm going to go ahead and, I've heard that noise before. I'm going to go ahead and just pick the distributor up and turn it 180. It's only 2 ways. I could rerun from 6. Well, I could put 1 at 6, but I don't want to. All right, I'm just going to pull this distributor out. They only go 2 ways in a Mopar, so if I pull the distributor out and then rotate this to the next notch, which would be down here. There. That should be it. All right, it's back on. Let's try this again. See what happens.
The key on?
Not quite yet, Bubba. I'm trying to
Okay.
just get my bearings here. I think we should be good. That should start it. We'll see. Hopefully all this is hooked up. Hoping that battery will... Oop, better get the power steering on or I'm going to have a mess. Alright. Alright, cross your fingers. Got key on in there?
Now it is.
Alright. 10 minutes. Everything sounds pretty good. Alright, about 12 minutes. Let's shut her off. It's getting kind of warm, not real bad. 190. We're going to go ahead and idle down real quick and shut it off. Alright, that was probably about 14 minutes. Went pretty good. I didn't hear anything. I can hear a valve train over here, but it's not a tick. It's tick tick. It's this valve train noise over on this side. I hope could be the alternator too. I could be picking up the distributor. I could be picking up anything over here. I think the other side's quiet as a church mouse. So we will see. I'll let her cool off a little bit. I'm gonna fire it up again until it gets warm. We'll see. Alright, last 10 minutes. Got a buddy that stopped. Say hi to everybody.
Let's go.
Stupid dog out here. Let's try it. Damn it. Let's try it again. Ready, bub? You got the key on? See if it lights. I'm about out of battery on this thing. Well, if you see me again happy, you'll know something went right. If not, whatever. Well, I told you if you see me again, I'd be happy, and I'm happy. I think everything worked. We'll take her for a little ride. We'll check the oil. I mean, everything's done. Break-in's done. I have put a couple miles on it, so I can't lie to you and say this is the first drive after break-in. I put enough on it to know she's good, so let's show you the dipstick. No sparklies. Now we can get on to other things, fixing the chips in the paint and all that. But there it is. There's a video. A lot of redundant stuff on piddling with engines. Like and subscribe, please. We're going to take a ride. I'm going to get some better camera views, I guess. I got a suction cup. Hopefully don't fall off because I'm down to one camera. I'm done with GoPros. Fixing files. I lost some files, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm a happy man. Thank you. Bye.